New UK Driving Theory Test Practice. Topic 9. Part 2. Road and Traffic Signs Theory Test. Road and traffic signs are illustrated in the Highway Code, and you should try to learn them, as you will no doubt come across them in your driving theory test. In general, signs in triangles give warnings. Signs in circles give orders, and signs in rectangles give information. Road markings painted on the road surface serve the same purpose and should also be learned. Question 1 of 69. You're in the left-hand lane at traffic lights, waiting to turn left. At which of these traffic lights mustn't you move on? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is C. Explanation. At some junctions, there may be separate signals for different lanes. These are called filter lights. They're designed to help traffic flow at major junctions. Make sure that you're in the correct lane and proceed if the way is clear and the green light shows for your lane. Question 2 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Temporary traffic lights ahead. B. New traffic lights ahead. C. Traffic lights out of order. D. Amber signal out of order. The correct answer is C. Traffic lights out of order. Explanation. You might see this sign where traffic lights are out of order. Proceed with caution, as nobody has priority at the junction. Question 3 of 69. When traffic lights are out of order, who has priority? A. Traffic turning left. B. Nobody. C. Traffic turning right. D. Traffic going straight on. The correct answer is B. Nobody. Explanation. When traffic lights are out of order, you should treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be cautious, as you may need to give way or stop. Look for traffic attempting to cross the junction, unaware that it doesn't have priority. Question 4 of 69. These flashing red lights mean that you must stop. Where would you find them? A. Pelican crossings. B. Zebra crossings. C. Level crossings. D. Motorway exits. The correct answer is C. Level crossings. Explanation. These signals are found at level crossings, swing or lifting bridges, some airfields and emergency access sites. The flashing red lights mean stop whether or not the way seems to be clear. Question 5 of 69. What do these zigzag lines at pedestrian crossings mean? A. Parking allowed only for a short time. B. Slow down to 20 miles per hour. C. Sounding horns isn't allowed. D. No parking at any time. The correct answer is D. No parking at any time. Explanation. The approach to and exit from a pedestrian crossing is marked with zigzag lines. You mustn't park on them or overtake the leading vehicle when approaching the crossing. Parking here would block the view for pedestrians and approaching traffic. Question 6 of 69. When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? A. To pass a car signaling to turn left ahead. B. To pass traffic that's queuing back at a junction. C. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. D. To pass a vehicle that's towing a trailer. The correct answer is C. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. Explanation. You may cross the solid white line to pass a stationary vehicle or to pass a pedal cycle, horse or road maintenance vehicle if it's traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. You may also cross the solid white line to enter a side road or access a property. Question 7 of 69. What does this road marking mean? A. No overtaking allowed. B. Don't cross the line. C. You're approaching a hazard. D. No stopping allowed. The correct answer is C. You're approaching a hazard. Explanation. Road markings will warn you of a hazard ahead. A single broken line along the center of the road, with long markings and short gaps, is a hazard warning line. Don't cross it unless you can see that the road is clear well ahead. Question 8 of 69. Where would you see this road marking? A. On road humps. B. At a box junction. C. Near a level crossing. D. At traffic lights. The correct answer is A. On road humps. Explanation. Because the road has a dark color, changes in level aren't easily seen. White triangles painted on the road surface give you an indication of where there are road humps. Question 9 of 69. Which of these is a hazard warning line? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is A. Explanation. You need to know the difference between a normal center line and a hazard warning line. If there's a hazard ahead, the markings are longer and the gaps shorter. This gives you advance warning of an unspecified hazard. Question 10 of 69. At this junction, there's a stop sign on a solid white line on the road surface. Why is there a stop sign here? A. It's a busy junction. B. There are hazard warning lines in the center of the road. C. Visibility along the major road is restricted. D. Speed on the major road is de-restricted. The correct answer is C. Visibility along the major road is restricted. Explanation. If your view at a road junction is restricted, you must stop. There may also be a stop sign. Don't emerge until you're sure no traffic is approaching. If you don't know, don't go. Question 11 of 69. You see this line across the road at the entrance to a roundabout. What does it mean? A. Give way to traffic from the right. B. Stop at the line. C. You have right of way. D. Traffic from the left has right of way. The correct answer is A. Give way to traffic from the right. Explanation. Slow down as you approach the roundabout and check for traffic from the right. If you need to stop and give way, stay behind the broken line until it's safe to emerge onto the roundabout. Question 12 of 69. How will a police officer in a patrol vehicle normally get you to stop? A. Flash the headlights, indicate left and point to the left. B. Pull alongside you, use the siren and wave you to stop. C. Wait until you stop then approach you. D. Use the siren, overtake, cut in front and stop. The correct answer is A. Flash the headlights, indicate left and point to the left. Explanation. You must obey signals given by the police. If a police officer in a patrol vehicle wants you to pull over, they'll indicate this without causing danger to you or other traffic. Question 13 of 69. You're approaching a junction where the traffic lights aren't working. What should you do when a police officer gives this signal? A. Continue ahead only. B. Stop at the stop line. C. Turn left only. D. Turn right only. The correct answer is B. Stop at the stop line. Explanation. When a police officer or traffic warden is directing traffic, you must obey them. They'll use the signals shown in the highway code. Learn what these signals mean and obey them. Question 14 of 69. The driver of the car in front is giving this signal. What does it mean? A. The driver wishes to overtake. B. The driver intends to turn right. C. The driver intends to turn left. D. The driver is slowing down. The correct answer is C. The driver intends to turn left. Explanation. There might be an occasion where another driver uses an signal. This may be because the vehicle's indicators are obscured by other traffic. In order for such signals to be effective, all drivers should know their meaning. Be aware that the left turn signal might look similar to the slowing down signal. Question 15 of 69. Where would you see these road markings? A. On a single-track road. B. At a pedestrian crossing. C. On a motorway slip road. D. At a level crossing. The correct answer is C. On a motorway slip road. Explanation. When driving on a motorway or slip road, you mustn't enter an area marked with chevrons and bordered by a solid white line for any reason, except in an emergency. Question 16 of 69. What does this motorway sign mean? A. Pull up on the hard shoulder. B. Change to the lane on your left. C. Leave the motorway at the next exit. D. Change to the opposite carriageway. The correct answer is B. Change to the lane on your left. Explanation. On the motorway, signs sometimes show temporary warnings due to traffic or weather conditions. They may be used to indicate lane closures, temporary speed limits, weather warnings. Question 17 of 69. What does this motorway sign mean? A. Obstruction 50 meters 164 feet ahead. B. Temporary minimum speed 50 miles per hour. C. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. D. No services for 50 miles. The correct answer is C. Temporary maximum speed 50 miles per hour. Explanation. Look out for signs above your lane or on the central reservation. These will give you important information or warnings about the road ahead. To allow for the high speed of motorway traffic, these signs may light up some distance from any hazard. Don't ignore the signs just because the road looks clear to you. Question 18 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. 11-ton weight limit. B. Right-hand lane closed ahead. C. Through traffic to use left lane. D. Right-hand lane T-junction only. The correct answer is B. Right-hand lane closed ahead. Explanation. You should change lanes as directed by the sign. Here, the right-hand lane is closed but the left-hand and center lanes are available. Merging in turn is recommended when it's safe and traffic is going slowly, for example, at roadworks or a road traffic incident. When vehicles are traveling at speed, this isn't advisable and you should move into the appropriate lane in good time. Question 19 of 69. What does 25 mean on this motorway sign? A. The number of the next junction. B. The distance to the nearest town. C. The speed limit on the slip road. D. The route number of the road. The correct answer is A. The number of the next junction. Explanation. Before you set out on your journey, use a road map to plan your route. When you see an advance warning of your junction, make sure you get into the correct lane in plenty of time. Last-minute harsh braking and cutting across lanes at speed is extremely hazardous. Question 20 of 69. How should the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway be used? A. As an overtaking lane. B. As an acceleration lane. C. As a right turn lane. D. As a high-speed lane. The correct answer is A. As an overtaking lane. Explanation. You should stay in the left-hand lane of a motorway unless you're overtaking another vehicle. The right-hand lane of a motorway is an overtaking lane. It isn't the fast lane. After overtaking, move back to the left when it's safe to do so. Question 21 of 69. Where can you find reflective amber studs on a motorway? A. On the right-hand edge of the road. B. Separating the lanes. C. On the left-hand edge of the road. D. Separating the slip road from the motorway. The correct answer is A. On the right-hand edge of the road. Explanation. At night or in poor visibility, reflective studs on the road help you to judge your position on the carriageway. Question 22 of 69. Where on a motorway would you find green reflective studs? A. Between the hard shoulder and the carriageway. B. At slip road entrances and exits. C. Between the carriageway and the central reservation. D. Separating driving lanes. The correct answer is B. At slip road entrances and exits. Explanation. Knowing the colors of the reflective studs on the road will help you judge your position, especially at night, in foggy conditions or when visibility is poor. Question 23 of 69. What should you do when you see this sign as you travel along a motorway? A. Change lane. B. Move on to the hard shoulder. C. Leave the motorway at the next exit. D. Turn left immediately. The correct answer is C. Leave the motorway at the next exit. Explanation. You'll see this sign if the motorway is closed ahead. Pull into the left-hand lane as soon as it's safe to do so. Don't wait until the last moment before you move across, because the lane may be busy and you'll have to rely on another driver making room for you. Question 24 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. No through road. B. End of bus lane. C. No motor vehicles. D. End of motorway. The correct answer is D. End of motorway. Explanation. When you leave the motorway, make sure that you check your speedometer. You may be going faster than you realize. Slow down and look for speed limit signs. Question 25 of 69. Which of these signs means that the national speed limit applies? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is D. Explanation. You should know the speed limit for the road on which you're traveling and the vehicle that you're driving. The different speed limits are shown in the highway code. Question 26 of 69. What's the maximum speed on a single carriageway road? A. 40 miles per hour. B. 70 miles per hour. C. 60 miles per hour. D. 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. 60 miles per hour. Explanation. If you're traveling on a dual carriageway that becomes a single carriageway road, reduce your speed gradually so that you aren't exceeding the limit as you enter. There might not be a sign to remind you of the limit, so make sure you know the speed limits for different types of road and vehicle. Question 27 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Lane ends ahead. B. Free recovery ends. C. End of motorway. D. End of restriction. The correct answer is D. End of restriction. Explanation. Temporary restrictions on motorways are shown on signs that have flashing amber lights. At the end of the restriction, you'll see this sign without any flashing lights. Question 28 of 69. What does this sign indicate? A. A picnic area. B. A pedestrian zone. C. A cycle route. D. A diversion route. The correct answer is D. A diversion route. Explanation. When a diversion route has been put in place, drivers are advised to follow a symbol, which may be a black triangle, square, circle or diamond shape on a yellow background. Question 29 of 69. What does this temporary sign indicate? A. The speed limit change at the end of the motorway. B. A mandatory speed limit change ahead. C. A variable speed limit ahead. D. An advisory change of speed limit ahead. The correct answer is B. A mandatory speed limit change ahead. Explanation. In the interests of road safety, temporary mandatory speed limits are imposed at all major roadworks. Signs like this giving advance warning of the speed limit are normally placed about 3/4 of a mile ahead of where the speed limit comes into force. Question 30 of 69. What does this traffic sign mean? A. Compulsory minimum speed limit. B. Advisory maximum speed limit. C. Advised separation distance. D. Compulsory maximum speed limit. The correct answer is D. Compulsory maximum speed limit. Explanation. The sign gives you an early warning of a speed restriction. If you're traveling at a higher speed, slow down in good time. You could come across queuing traffic due to roadworks or a temporary obstruction. Question 31 of 69. What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroads? A. Telephone the police. B. Find another route. C. Carry on with great care. D. Maintain the same speed. The correct answer is C. Carry on with great care. Explanation. When traffic lights are out of order, treat the junction as an unmarked crossroads. Be very careful and be prepared to stop. No one has priority. Question 32 of 69. You're signaling to turn right in busy traffic. How would you confirm your intention safely? A. Position over the center line. B. Sound the horn. C. Give an arm signal. D. Flash your headlights. The correct answer is C. Give an arm signal. Explanation. In some situations, you may feel your indicators can't be seen by other road users. If you think you need to make your intention more obvious, give the arm signal shown in the highway code. Question 33 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. No cars. B. No motorcycles. C. Motorcycles only. D. Cars only. The correct answer is B. No motorcycles. Explanation. You must comply with all traffic signs and be especially aware of those signs that apply specifically to the type of vehicle you're using. Question 34 of 69. You're on a motorway. A lorry has stopped in the right-hand lane. What should you do when you see this sign on the lorry? A. Leave the motorway at the next exit. B. Stop behind the flashing lights. C. Pass the lorry on the left. D. Move into the right-hand lane. The correct answer is C. Pass the lorry on the left. Explanation. Sometimes work is carried out on the motorway without closing the lanes. When this happens, signs are mounted on the back of lorries to warn other road users of the roadworks ahead. Question 35 of 69. You're on a motorway. Red flashing lights appear above your lane only. What should you do? A. Move into another lane in good time. B. Continue in that lane and look for further information. C. Stop and wait for an instruction to proceed. D. Pull onto the hard shoulder. The correct answer is A. Move into another lane in good time. Explanation. Flashing red lights above your lane show that your lane is closed. You should move into another lane as soon as you can do so safely. Question 36 of 69. When may you sound the horn? A. To make slower drivers move over. B. To warn others of your presence. C. To give you right of way. D. To attract a friend's attention. The correct answer is B. To warn others of your presence. Explanation. Never sound the horn aggressively. You mustn't sound it when driving in a built-up area between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m., or when you're stationary, unless another road user poses a danger. Don't scare animals by sounding your horn. Question 37 of 69. Your vehicle is stationary. When may you use its horn? A. When the road is blocked by queuing traffic. B. When another road user poses a danger. C. When signaling that you've just arrived. D. When it's used only briefly. The correct answer is B. When another road user poses a danger. Explanation. When your vehicle is stationary, only sound the horn if you think there's a risk of danger from another road user. Don't use it just to attract someone's attention. This causes unnecessary noise and could be misleading. Question 38 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. End of the urban clearway restrictions. B. No parking on the days and times shown. C. No parking at all from Monday to Friday. D. You can park on the days and times shown. The correct answer is B. No parking on the days and times shown. Explanation. Urban clearways are provided to keep traffic flowing at busy times. You may stop only briefly to set down or pick up passengers. Times of operation will vary from place to place, so always check the signs. Question 39 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Uneven road surface. B. Quayside or river bank. C. Road liable to flooding. D. Steep hill downwards. The correct answer is B. Quayside or river bank. Explanation. You should be careful in these locations, as the road surface is likely to be wet and slippery. There may be a steep drop to the water, and there may not be a barrier along the edge of the road. Question 40 of 69. What does this white line along the center of the road mean? A. Give way warning. B. Hazard warning. C. Bus lane marking. D. Lane marking. The correct answer is B. Hazard warning. Explanation. The center of the road is usually marked by a broken white line, with lines that are shorter than the gaps. When the lines become longer than the gaps, this is a hazard warning line. Look well ahead for these, especially when you're planning to overtake or turn off. Question 41 of 69. What's the reason for the yellow crisscross lines painted on the road here? A. To prevent queuing traffic from blocking the junction on the left. B. To mark the entrance lane to a car park. C. To warn you of the tram lines crossing the road. D. To mark out an area for trams only. The correct answer is A. To prevent queuing traffic from blocking the junction on the left. Explanation. Yellow box junctions like this are often used where it's busy. Their purpose is to keep the junction clear for crossing traffic. Don't enter the painted area unless your exit is clear. The one exception is when you're turning right and are only prevented from doing so by oncoming traffic or by other vehicles waiting to turn right. Question 42 of 69. What's the reason for the area marked in red and white along the center of this road? A. It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. B. It marks an area to be used by overtaking motorcyclists. C. It separates the two sides of the dual carriageway. D. It's a temporary marking to warn of the roadworks. The correct answer is A. It separates traffic flowing in opposite directions. Explanation. Areas of hatched markings, such as these separate traffic streams that could be a danger to each other. They're often seen on bends or where the road becomes narrow. If the area is bordered by a solid white line, you mustn't enter it except in an emergency. Question 43 of 69. Other drivers may sometimes flash their headlights at you. In which situation are they allowed to do this? A. To let you know there's a fault with your vehicle. B. To warn you of their presence. C. To warn of a radar speed trap ahead. D. To show that they're giving way to you. The correct answer is B. To warn you of their presence. Explanation. If other drivers flash their headlights, this isn't a signal to show priority. The flashing of headlights has the same meaning as sounding the horn. It's a warning of their presence. Question 44 of 69. What speed limit is often found in narrow residential streets? A. 20 miles per hour. B. 25 miles per hour. C. 35 miles per hour. D. 40 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. 20 miles per hour. Explanation. In some built-up areas, you may find the speed limit reduced to 20 miles per hour. Driving at a slower speed will help give you the time and space to see and deal safely with hazards such as pedestrians and other vulnerable road users. Question 45 of 69. What does this signal mean? A. Trams must stop. B. Both trams and cars must stop. C. Cars must stop. D. Both trams and cars can continue. The correct answer is A. Trams must stop. Explanation. The white light shows that trams must stop. The green light shows that other vehicles can go if the way is clear. Trams are being introduced into more cities, so you're likely to come across them and you should learn which signs apply to them. Question 46 of 69. Where would you find these road markings? A. At a mini roundabout. B. On a pedestrian crossing. C. On a motorway. D. At a railway crossing. The correct answer is A. At a mini roundabout. Explanation: these markings show the direction in which the traffic should go at a mini roundabout. Question 47 of 69. A police car is following you. The police officer flashes the headlights and points to the left. What should you do? A. Move over to the left. B. Pull up on the left. C. Stop immediately. D. Turn left at the next junction. The correct answer is B. Pull up on the left. Explanation: you must pull up on the left as soon as it's safe to do so and switch off your engine. Question 48 of 69. You see this amber traffic light ahead. Which light or lights will come on next? A. Green alone. B. Red and amber together. C. Green and amber together. D. Red alone. The correct answer is D. Red alone. Explanation: at junctions controlled by traffic lights, you must stop behind the white line until the lights change to green. A red light, an amber light, and red and amber lights showing together all mean stop. You may proceed when the light is green unless your exit road is blocked or pedestrians are crossing in front of you. If you're approaching traffic lights that are visible from a distance and the light has been green for some time, be ready to slow down and stop because the lights are likely to change. Question 49 of 69. You see this signal overhead on the motorway. What does it mean? A. Sharp bend to the left ahead. B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. C. Stop, all lanes ahead closed. D. All vehicles use the hard shoulder. The correct answer is B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. Explanation: you'll see this sign if there has been an incident ahead and the motorway is closed. You must obey the sign. Make sure that you prepare to leave in good time. Don't cause drivers to take avoiding action by cutting in at the last moment. Question 50 of 69. What must you do when you see this sign? A. Stop only if children are waiting to cross. B. Stop only if a red light is showing. C. Stop even if the road is clear. D. Stop only if traffic is approaching. The correct answer is C. Stop even if the road is clear. Explanation: stop signs are situated at junctions where visibility is restricted or where there's heavy traffic. They must be obeyed. You must stop. Take good all-round observation before moving off. Question 51 of 69. Which shape is used for a give way sign? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: other warning signs are the same shape and color, but the give way triangle points downwards. When you see this sign, you must give way to traffic on the road that you're about to enter. Question 52 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Ring road. B. Mini roundabout. C. Keep right. D. Bus is turning. The correct answer is B. Mini roundabout. Explanation: when you see this sign, look out for any direction signs and judge whether you need to signal your intentions. Do this in good time so that other road users approaching the roundabout know what you're planning to do. Question 53 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Two-way traffic over a bridge. B. Two-way traffic crosses a two-way road. C. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. D. Two-way traffic straight ahead. The correct answer is C. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. Explanation: be prepared for traffic approaching from junctions on either side of you. Try to avoid unnecessary changing of lanes just before the junction. Question 54 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Two-way traffic straight ahead. B. Traffic approaching you has priority. C. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. D. Motorway contraflow system ahead. The correct answer is A. Two-way traffic straight ahead. Explanation. This sign may be at the end of a dual carriageway or a one-way street. It's there to warn you of oncoming traffic. Question 55 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Traffic calming hump. B. Low bridge. C. Uneven road. D. Hump bridge. The correct answer is D. Hump bridge. Explanation. You'll need to slow down. At hump bridges, your view ahead will be restricted and the road will often be narrow. If the bridge is very steep, sound your horn to warn others of your approach. Going over the bridge too fast is highly dangerous to other road users and could even cause your wheels to leave the road, with the resulting loss of control. Question 56 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. No parking for buses or coaches. B. Parking area for cars and coaches. C. Direction to bus and coach park. D. Direction to park and ride car park. The correct answer is D. Direction to park and ride car park. Explanation. To ease the congestion in town centers, some cities and towns provide park and ride schemes. These allow you to park in a designated area and ride by bus into the center. Park and ride schemes are usually cheaper and easier than car parking in the town center. Question 57 of 69. What should you do when approaching traffic lights where red and amber are showing together? A. Take care because there's a fault with the lights. B. Wait for the green light. C. Pass the lights if the road is clear. D. Stop because the lights are changing to red. The correct answer is B. Wait for the green light. Explanation. Be aware that other traffic might still be clearing the junction as you approach. A green light means you may go on, but only if the way is clear. Question 58 of 69. Where does this marking normally appear on a road? A. Just before a give way sign. B. Just before a no through road sign. C. Just before a stop sign. D. Just before a no entry sign. The correct answer is A. Just before a give way sign. Explanation. This road marking means you should give way to traffic on the main road. It might not be used at junctions where there isn't much traffic. However, if there's a double broken line across the junction, the give way rules still apply. Question 59 of 69. At a railway level crossing, the red lights continue to flash after a train has gone by. What should you do? A. Wait. B. Phone the signal operator. C. Alert drivers behind you. D. Proceed with caution. The correct answer is A. Wait. Explanation. You must always obey red flashing stop lights. If a train passes but the lights continue to flash, another train will be passing soon. Cross only when the lights go off and the barriers open. Question 60 of 69. You're in a tunnel and you see this sign. What does it mean? A. Direction to emergency pedestrian exit. B. Beware of pedestrians crossing ahead. C. Beware of pedestrians, no footpath ahead. D. No access for pedestrians. The correct answer is A. Direction to emergency pedestrian exit. If there are several people using the exit, don't panic but try to leave in a calm and orderly manner. Question 61 of 69. Which of these signs shows that you're entering a one-way system? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is A. Explanation. If the road has two lanes, you can use either lane and overtake on either side. Use the lane that's more convenient for your destination unless signs or road markings indicate otherwise. Question 62 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Contraflow bus and cycle lane. B. No waiting for buses and cycles. C. With flow bus and cycle lane. D. No buses and cycles allowed. The correct answer is A. Contraflow bus and cycle lane. Explanation: buses and cycles can travel in this lane. In this example, they all flow in the same direction as other traffic. If it's busy, they may be passing you on the left, so watch out for them. Times on the sign will show the lane's hours of operation, if no times are shown, or there's no sign at all. This means the lane is in operation 24 hours a day. In some areas, other vehicles, such as taxis and motorcycles, are allowed to use bus lanes. The sign will show if this is the case. Question 63 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Pedestrian zone, no vehicles. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. Zebra crossing ahead. D. School crossing patrol. The correct answer is A. Pedestrian zone, no vehicles. Explanation: look well ahead and be ready to stop for any pedestrians crossing, or about to cross the road. Also check the pavements for anyone who looks like they might step or run into the road. Question 64 of 69. Which armed signal tells you that the car you're following is going to pull up? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is B. Explanation: there may be occasions when drivers need to give an arm signal to confirm their intentions. This could include in bright sunshine, at a complex road layout, when stopping at a pedestrian crossing, or when turning right just after passing a parked vehicle. You should understand what each arm signal means. If you give arm signals, make them clear, correct and decisive. Question 65 of 69. Which of these signs means turn left ahead? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is C. Explanation: blue circles tell you what you must do, and this sign gives a clear instruction to turn left ahead. You should be looking out for signs at all times and know what they mean. Question 66 of 69. You're approaching a red traffic light. What will the signal show next? A. Green and amber. B. Red and amber. C. Green alone. D. Amber alone. The correct answer is B. Red and amber. Explanation: if you know which light is going to show next, you can plan your approach accordingly. This can help prevent excessive braking or hesitation at the junction. Question 67 of 69. What does this sign mean? A. Traffic danger spot ahead. B. Low bridge ahead. C. Tunnel ahead. D. Ancient monument ahead. The correct answer is C. Tunnel ahead. Explanation: when approaching a tunnel, switch on your dipped headlights. Be aware that your eyes might need to adjust to the sudden darkness. You may need to reduce your speed. Question 68 of 69. You're approaching a zebra crossing where pedestrians are waiting. The arm signal might you give? A, B, C, D. The correct answer is A. Explanation: a slowing down signal will indicate your intentions to oncoming and following vehicles. Be aware that pedestrians might start to cross as soon as they see this signal.